thank you. Oil change done. We need to keep this van running smoothly. All right, a little bit of renovation after that. So I'm currently removing this side just to see where I'm going with my renovation and see what I'm gonna have to do. And I was really worried because I have a trim around the window, and I was like, oh, if I need to put more stud behind, I'm gonna have to have a little trim around the window, and how I'm gonna do that. But I don't know why I put just reflecting, because I do have a ton of space to put insulation here. Like, look at one piece there. I don't know why. Maybe because I need this piece, this section here, all the way to this corner. Let me show you. All the way to this corner is flush. That is flush. But all the rest, still have to remove, obviously. But all the rest, I do have enough place to put pink insulation, like I've done in some section, but not all. I don't know why. That means I just have to remove the reflectic, get rid of all of that, and I don't think I need to put any stud. I'm going to double check them, make sure that they are all strong. This seems to be all right. The glue didn't come up or anything. I might put a little bit more just to be on the safe side. This piece here is the actual hightop company that puts some there. So if I want to put a cabinet or things like this, they cover, we don't really see, but they cover this section with a thin layer of fiberglass on top of it. And I have like another section in the back there. So if I want to put some cabinet, I have something stronger to hold on to. But for just siding or whatever you want to call it, just those pieces of wood, just glue was good enough. Yeah, that's a good news this morning. Kitty was complaining when we arrived. She was just meowing because I was inside, until she find out where the birds are. She's right there in the bush waiting for one to pass by. She always do that. She always like, meh, come outside with me, kind of, until she find out where the birds are. She's like, oh, birds, forget, I don't need you. I'm fine. I'm entertained now. It's perfect for me. So the one side is done removing, and I am glad to announce that no moisture, no mold, nothing. Even that's the one I need, the window. Nothing. Super dry. Exactly what we want to hear. I have my bundle of like tape and things. So the problem when you do renovation, construction, and you live in your van is you have to live with wood and things like this. So I'm just gonna tape that all together. When I built the van, I had the storage unit, and the storage unit was a great way to store all the woods and things that I didn't need while I was building the van. And just like when I have leftover, I was leaving that wood or whatever there until I need it again. But right now I don't have any storage, so I'm gonna have to live with that. So right now in the back I do have one full sheet of insulation that I've been living with, which is okay. It's just in the stuck in the back, you can see right now at the door. But this bundle of wood and the other one that I'm going to remove, those two is going to have to live on the bed when I'm driving, and I put them on the side here when I'm sleeping. So, and that wood is going to be resanded, restained, and revarnish. So because if you were there when I did my back here, this is the same corner. You can tell right away from from here, from that angle. I don't know what happened with the top. I don't know if it's just the sun. I don't think I've done enough varnish and stain on it. So this one I've done, the bottom one that I've just did, I've done 2 coat of stain and I don't know how many coat of varnish, but a lot. So because I cannot restain on top of the varnish, I'm gonna have to sand it and restart from scratch if you want. So you have to think about when you want to do some renovation, when you want to fix any electrical. I didn't have any electrical here, like nothing is on it behind those walls, but I think it's been twice or 3 times so far that I removed some section of those walls. Last time it was to go check my water leak that I had. I didn't know where it was coming, and I didn't know if I was coming from my window or if I had any molds, or remove some of those wood panel. And now I have to, you know, put more insulation. So you have to think about those times. I know looking at several screws the way that I'm doing right now, it may not be the best look. To be honest, like you don't really see after a while, like, you know, they just kind of blend into it. But yeah, I prefer that than having things that I completely grew and I need to tear everything down to redo a section and everything. Here in the front, because that's something, you know, like that I have access in the back and everything, this section is just nailed into it. I didn't put any glue. I might put a little bit this time, just because with the backcountry road sometimes some wood panels just kind of get loose a little bit, so I might just finish that with a little bit of glue, just enough that it will stay. And if I want in the future to play in behind or move things around and I need to redo this, I'm gonna be able to just, you know, like with a little hammer, remove the screw and remove the nail and remove the glue into it. All right, now that's all done. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna remove all my reflectic. I'm gonna leave this one just to think about this little section. What I'm gonna do, we'll see. But I'm gonna remove all of this section. You might guys be able to see it from here. So everywhere I do have enough space to put insulation, but not here because they did that for some reason. So yeah, no sign of mold. I can't believe, you know, because if you know, I had a leak coming from that corner, but you know, when I was driving, things like this, it was, the water was going around that edge and sometimes going in the back and things like this. But all my wood is dry, no sign of moisture, no sign of anything, which is great. So I have only 3 stud, I call it stud, 3 stud that need to be re-glued. I'm gonna put extra glue on those ones. And we'll be good to insulate. Yay! So I've been laying in bed for quite a while, to be honest, and looking at all my stuff and what I'm gonna do with that little section. The problem is, like, it's got a curve right there that go this way and this way too as well. A double curve in that corner. Alright, now we need to insulate everything. So as you can tell, I didn't put any insulation here. I'm gonna leave that just like that for now. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna finish the insulation, I'm not done, but I'm gonna leave that like this. tomorrow, in the next couple of days, I'm gonna sand the wood plank, restain it, revarnish. I'm going to install them all the way to probably around here, and from there I'm gonna just think what would be the best solution. Is it to leave it like this? Is it to try to figure out a way to insulate that little portion? We'll see. The reason why I don't want like to raise everything to kind of make this another with more insulation is if I do so, that means I would have to make a board all the way around each of my windows, and I don't have the tools to do it. So yeah, maybe we're gonna live with that. I don't know. For now, for today, that's what I'm gonna do. Kitty just waiting for the house to be ready. Alright, all of this left over, I'm gonna put that in back and figure out if I have a little spot that I can put some insulation. But we done all the insulation that was needed. We installed some insulation for the roof. Now that's insulated. We've done the side there. Still gonna see what we can do later on for that. We even put some insulation last winter. If you've been following me, when I did my walls for my bedroom, I've done some extra insulation. I think we have a good inch of insulation there. And if I remember, I also put some insulation behind the walls there. So we have extra insulation everywhere. I'm gonna be I'm curious to see this winter what the heat is gonna be, or I'm gonna be able to keep the van warm. I do have now a Robusto heater that's been I like to remind people that because it's only been one winter that we have the Robusto heater. Before that I didn't have a heater. I installed the Robusto I think in the middle of the winter before, and I had some electrical problems, so I didn't use it as full capacity, I should say, that last winter. So last winter was a big testing of my insulation, testing how good or bad it was, and it was not the greatest. So I'm quite happy to have all my van insulate now. But guys, I'm gonna go outside because that fume of that glue, I need a little bit of extra fresh air, and it's got no wind today. So I'm gonna chill here with Kitty. Oh, was she? She's in the bush. I'm gonna chill with Kitty outside in the shade. Oh, there you go. There you go. Oh, you've been so good with all the renovation, just chilling, doing your thing. Aww. So you guys, we're gonna see you in the next video. Oh, little kisses. Oh yeah, they're so happy to see you too, Kitty. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, lot of love. Lot of love.